this Wednesday. If you're doing well with the energies, I'm Carrie with the Quantum Gypsy. So excited to have you here today to talk about Patreon and have some channeling from our friends, the Sasquatch Collective. And I'm joined by my friend, Ceirra.
Hey everyone, how are you guys? I am Awakened Heart Quantum Healing, or I'm Ceirra from Awakened Heart Quantum Healing. Together, Carrie and I decided to create Quantum Awakening that we are so excited to share with you guys today. So thank you for joining us live on her page. And we're just going to talk to you again about our different membership levels because we are really excited to launch that with you guys.
Right. And I think if on your laptop, if you want to mute the actual YouTube video there, maybe because it has an echo and something happened to your audio where it kicked down a little bit. So,
Does that sound better?
yeah, but I still hear kickback.
So weird. Does that sound better?
Are you on your laptop right now? It's on your laptop you need to mute.
My laptop's not playing noise. I don't even have it open on my laptop. Hold on. I think it's just my phone. Is it still doing it? Oh, maybe it is Carrie. Because she just froze. That's interesting. Is it every time I speak? Okay, here, let me exit out and try to come back in.
Well, do you guys how are you guys doing in these energies right now? How are you guys feeling? Because yesterday I had it hit me about 8 p.m. and I was ready to go to bed. So how are you guys all feeling? Doing in these energies right now? How are you guys feeling? Because yesterday I had Good. Avion, I heard you had quite an eventful morning. All right, we'll see here. All right, it wasn't you, it was me because
Oh.
it still happened. So I don't know how to change it, but I'll just work with it.
Okay, perfect.
As long as you guys all don't hear it, I'll figure it out.
Is it still there for you?
No.
Or is it still happening?
Mm-mm.
Okay, perfect.
Sometimes when we do these our technology a little bit. And so the energies can make it okay, perfect. It sounds good from there. Okay, we can move forward. All right. Well, welcome again. And Ceirra, if you were in the middle of introducing yourself, introducing our Patreon channel that we're so excited to be bringing forth to you guys. And I don't know if any of you guys have been members of Patreon before, but it's a beautiful program where we can, a platform where it's a membership based platform where we can post videos, meditations. We're going to do kind of a book club starting with the Emerald Tablets, the compendium of Emerald Tablets. And we're going to do a lot of fun things. And our collectives can go into higher source information that we don't have to worry about censorship or our platform coming down like you would have on YouTube.
Yeah, and making a Patreon is so easy. Like you can get the app. If you don't want the app, you just do it online. It's so simple. It's so easy. You have access to all of our videos. You have direct access to me and Carrie. So our goal is really to create such a beautiful community and start working more off one-on-one with you guys. And hopefully through the different membership levels you guys can have that access and we can build this beautiful relationship with each other.
Which it's all about community right now, and all of us coming together and aligning with people who resonate with us, and that can add to the community. And we're so excited where the Starseed, my technology like crazy. Does it keep turning off the screen?
Yes.
They keep turning off, like my phone won't stay going. So that's going to be an issue. I don't know why that is. Okay.
All right, well we'll just do our best. Yeah, so we'll just go through the tiers with you guys just for anybody that missed our video on Monday. If you guys missed the channeling that we did on Monday, go watch it because it was so beautiful. We channeled the Arcturians and Source came in with the most beautiful message. So make sure you go back and listen to that. So we're just going to go through the tiers with you guys one more time and then we're going to channel the Sasquatch. So if you guys have any questions for the Sasquatch, the earth, the elementals, go ahead and ask your questions in the chat.
Absolutely. So, with our, we have the description below for the Patreon link for you to go over there and check out the tiers. But the tiers, we have three different tiers, and it starts with the Quantum Leap tier, which is going to have all of our traditional BQH channeling session videos posted there with all the information. We already have videos placed on the platform. We're going to have meditations, and then we're going to have monthly, we're going to pick a theme, whether it be a monthly pre-recorded group hypnosis, a monthly Akashic record reading for the collective, or various things of those modalities that you're going to have access to as well, including our podcast that we're starting and the book club, and 33% off of our services that we offer on our individual websites, which are also listed below and listed on the platform. And then, do you want to describe the Galactic Federation and history?
Yeah, absolutely. So, just really fast, I'm so excited for this journey with you guys. Even if you're just paying for the lowest tier, one, it's a beautiful way to just to support me and Carrie because me and Carrie have put so much into the videos that we make for you guys. And we just want to keep doing that for you. We want to build a beautiful community and we just we want to grow and evolve spiritually with you guys. And I think this is a beautiful opportunity to do that. I am so excited to read the tablets of those. They're so beautiful. And I think there's a lot of power in going through these ancient texts with other people because the more that you read these ancient texts, the more that you learn from them. You can read them 100 times and you'll learn something new or your perspective will change each time. So that will be extremely beautiful. We will be still posting every once in a while on YouTube, just not as often. So we really appreciate all of your guys' support. For the second level, it is $22 a month. It's the Galactic Federation and Galactic History. So The reason why we had to take the Galactic Federation to a members only platform is because of censorship. Because the Galactic Federation wants to start talking about things that we just can't talk about on YouTube. So we felt very called to put these under membership, and they're starting to talk about different things happening around the world, things that they just things that maybe people just searching on YouTube aren't so much ready to hear, but people that are willing to pay for the information, that can see the information from a higher perspective, that is really who those videos are for. And we actually give you a beautiful opportunity to ask your questions directly to the Arcturian Council once a month, also. Um, to get their personal opinions or to get their advice on anything that's going on in this world. So, a lot of world updates, energy updates, anything from the Galactic Federation. We are also going through galactic history. So, as star seeds, which I'm so excited for this too, as starseeds, our history is a lot bigger than just Earth's history. Our history is the entire universe because we're such old souls. So, we're going to also be creating content where we go through all of the different universal wars. We explore the different planets in this universe. We are so excited. We actually just had the dragons come in, and that was one of my favorite sessions already, and that is on the platform there as well.
Absolutely. And we had some good sessions before we started this today, and kind of really just, we can really tell we're even coming out of the trance and the channeling, just like having to ground a little bit more because we're still, really putting us in a deeper state, which is beautiful. Love it. And
Yes,
excited for the messages.
and I've had a lot of people ask me questions about things like the firmament, and honestly, questions where I don't think I was at a high enough consciousness level to be able to explain these things to you. So, you guys get to grow and develop with me and Carrie, and I'm on this exploration to learn what this reality truly is, and you guys get to take that journey with us, and I'm so excited. That's one of the reasons why we are reading the Emerald Tablets first, is because the Emerald Tablets are actually the key to really seeing reality for what it truly is.
Yeah, I haven't explored it, so it'll be the Emerald Tablet. So I'll be right there with you all in moving along with this information, and I can't wait to, as we develop, channel and see what they want us to really even dive deeper into it. So it's beautiful. Um, so we have the last tier, which is the quantum enlightenment, and that's our top tier. And that is going to include everything that the lower tiers do include. And it's also going to have a 1 hour session with either myself or Ceirra. And we can do like a BQH mini session. We can do Akashic reading. We can do a channeling your higher self. We can do just do a nice, beautiful body scan and really get some healing, check out those chakras, see what's going on, and we're excited about that. And that's for if you are wanting to really step into your journey and your empowerment of your spiritual journey. And then also be able to have that connection with your higher self. We can do coaching on channeling, work with you about that connection so that you can get those answers that you want for yourself and cut out the middleman, eventually cut out me and Ceirra and just solidify it, because that's where we all should, are moving towards. This is a beautiful investment in yourself. This is a beautiful investment for me and Ceirra for as well, that we can all work together and co-create whatever that space looks like for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the highest tier is $88 a month, but then you're also getting all of the videos from the lower tiers. So you're getting all of our content, all of the lives, and then you're also getting to work with Carrie and I for an hour every month where we create more of a coaching container with you. So you can choose how you use that time, but it will be with a purpose of what do you want to develop spiritually, what do you need to work on? What do you feel like is blocking you? And we'll really work together to track your progress and grow together.
It's beautiful. So Ceirra, my phone keeps on trying to time out and close its screen like every 30 to 45 seconds, and I'm not sure I can channel and keep my screen open at the same time. So do you want to talk and maybe I can look online and see how I can fix that? Or would you rather just channel and I can ask the questions?
I can channel, it's fine.
Okay. I'm like, there's two solutions here. Both will be great. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I can channel. I've been channeling all day, so sorry if I get a little spacey, but it should be totally fine.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I really wanted to connect in with my friends, but something is happening, and this may be a little kink that I have to work out afterwards. So, you guys can go ahead, and if you have any questions um, about Patreon, if you have any questions that you want to go ahead and ask of the Sasquatch Collective, we'll go ahead and open up the channeling now. Unless, Sarah, do you have anything else you want to add to that?
No, just the link to our Patreon is down below, and we're just so excited to get started with you guys.
Phone settings. Oh, is that on my phone or is that
Yeah, it sounds like your phone, the screen is just turned to a certain amount of time when it goes black.
it's never done this before. So
Yeah, it's weird.
a goblin got into my phone. So it was said that the Patreon link in our description doesn't work. So what we'll do is after this, we'll link it into the comment section. So you'll be able to go back and find it there. So we'll have a solution for that as well.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so I'm just going to have you close your eyes, and we're going to place this beautiful pyramid of light protecting all of us and just aligning all of us to the highest information for the highest good of humanity. And we're calling in the Sasquatch Collective, and we're so excited that you guys are all here to join us today. And as you join there now, I want you to just go ahead and see if anything comes to mind or if you feel their energy tapping in.
Immediately, I feel a lot of fairies around me. There are a lot of fairies with us
Why are the fairies here with us right now?
because they want to bring light and positivity to this conversation and just really hold that space of love.
We appreciate you guys so much. My phone stopped glitching. Was that you guys?
I got an image of like little elves playing with your phone.
I mean, it's something happened. Like the minute the fairies connected in my phone was just like, okay, like this is okay. Are they connected in any way with the Sasquatch?
Yeah, absolutely. The Sasquatch are very connected to the elementals. They can see each other. So if Sasquatch are higher dimensional, the fairies are higher dimensional. So and they are all protectors of Earth.
Now, are they here to help us answer questions? Or are they here just to give us that energy to kick off this session? And what would they like to do today?
They're just here to hold the space and just really keep the entire vibration of the group uplifted. Like I can just feel them like laughing and fluttering behind me.
I love that. I love that. I'm feeling their energy. Now, can they usher in our friends from the Sasquatch Collective who would like to speak with us, if only one or multiple?
Yeah, so I feel one came forward, but I see more behind me.
Yeah. And are there any messages our friend, either name or just information about what they'd like to share right now before we ask some questions?
Yeah, so they are saying that we can always call upon the elementals, the fairies. If we ever feel like we need to fly away from our situation, if things feel really heavy and really dense, call on the elementals, call on the fairies to help you fly away. Connect it to your inner child during this time when things start to feel really heavy because connecting to the earth, it brings you back to a place of love.
Why did the collective speak so much to me about wanting to come in during this time for this channeling?
Just because of the things that are happening on your planet right now, everything is pulling you away from what you truly are. And to connect to your purest essence, to connect to divine love and unconditional love, just come and connect to nature, connect to the fairies, call on the gnomes, call on the Sasquatch. And like they just feel so loving. It's so beautiful. There's true peace here. There's calmness and there's peace. And we need that right now because if we go on social media, all that we see is the chaos in the world or the things that are being portrayed in the world. And so remember to come back to self and find that inner peace.
Absolutely. And it's so important to navigate these times is yes, we're going to get off balance a little bit, but how quick we come back to inner peace, I feel like gets shorter and shorter. Like we can come back to stasis that much quicker with a lot of these lessons. So we appreciate your guidance during this time. Are we able to ask you some questions now that you guys are here with us?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Now, one of the ones that I wanted to start off with it was about karma in children. And to ask the question, do children and teenagers accumulate the same amount of karma in the same way?
So I don't know why, but right before you asked that question, I felt a whale, um, like a whale spirit guide is like swimming around me, and he's saying that children do not have the same kind of karma because they are in their unconscious mind. So there's a difference when these events happen to us unconsciously versus when we do these things consciously. So
Mhm.
if we do these things that are causing karma in our life, they're really showing me the law of cause and effect. If we're doing this from a conscious place, like if we are harming somebody on purpose, then that is karma that is created within our life. But if we're a child and we don't have that conscious understanding of our behaviors yet, then that is, they're showing me that karma and trauma are much different. So trauma at a younger that at an early age can stick with you, but it doesn't have the same energy as karma when you get older and you do other things that affect others in a negative way.
So is that why they say like the volunteers don't have kids because it causes that karma? Is that the trauma that you're talking about that sticks with the kid? Like that's the adult's karma, I guess?
No, we're more saying like if a child is sexually abused or something's really traumatic happens to you as a child, that is like trauma that can be kept with you that will need to be healed later. But if a child made a decision
Mm.
to harm another child, but he's not fully conscious of what he's doing, he's just maybe repeating some kind of behavior of his parents or something like that, then that is not going to incur karma the way that a other person would. And then it's also just like keeping in mind that every single person holds on to karma differently because most of it comes back to forgiving yourself. And so if you do something negative, but you can easily forgive yourself, then you won't be holding on to that much karma. If you do something that's not even that big of a deal, but you hold on to it tightly, then that karma will be more severe for you, or you'll be holding on to it longer.
Okay, that makes sense. I appreciate that. The Sasquatch Collective. We just wanted to ask. I guess there was a TikTok guy who recorded Sasquatch on top of a mountain by one of the national parks. They want to know, what did he capture and why was the military or police there?
They're showing me that Sasquatch have been captured before in the past. Um, we are starting to become more aware of these beings. And so by putting that out into the news of them catching one, it's almost like them putting out into the news that aliens exist. Them just trying to create their own narrative before these things really become into our conscious awareness. Because Sasquatch are just like spaceships. So you can see more spaceships in your reality right now because the frequency of the planet is raising. You're going to be able to see the Sasquatch very soon because the frequency is raising.
When I started connecting with the Sasquatch more, I got a channeling that if I wanted to connect more with the Sasquatch, that I should just go on the side of the road and start picking up trash, because they wanted me to be in tune with taking care of Gaia. And if I wasn't of that frequency, they didn't want to talk to me. So anything that they can say to others about if they want to really connect with the Sasquatch Collective, what they could do to help that connection?
Yeah, absolutely. Go out into nature with the intention of meeting them. And when you go out into nature, honor, respect, and love nature, pick up trash. When you sit down in nature, ask the fairies and the elementals if it's okay that you're there. Because ask for their permission because that is their home. And by loving and respecting and sending love to earth, then you will really see these beings want to speak with you. They'll want to be in communication with you because you'll hold the same vibration that they do.
Love that. And I hope that everyone does make that connection, because they're so beautiful and their language is beautiful, the vibrations of it. Um, let's see. When manifesting a healing, how do you differentiate between a lesson you have to go through or a lesson you can skip?
So this is really just all perception, and it's that deciding the quantum shift that you want to take. It is looking at the future version of yourself. So even if you're just listening to this, just take a moment to really envision the future that you want to have, future envision your future self, envision you in your full power, all your spiritual abilities, you're connected. Really envision what you want to be, let's say even 3 months from now. Now, what is blocking you from becoming that person? Why have you not stepped into that person yet? And you can either get there, you can hold the intention, and it's your choice of how you get there. So, are you ready to make that quantum shift? Or you really go all in, you really strip away all of those beliefs, any kind of lesson that you feel like your soul needs to learn before you get there? How do you fully become that and embody it? Or do you want to take the longer way? Do you want to really work through your lessons? Or do you want to slowly start changing your beliefs? It is really just the choice of how quickly you want to be there. And you choose what lessons you work through and you don't work through. And sometimes, if you choose, there's a lesson that you don't want to work through and you ignore it, but you're trying to become that version of yourself, it will still come up to the surface eventually. So it's also, if you don't want to go through that lesson of wanting to be that specific person, then you may have to change your intention of what you're holding on to for your future self. So, what would your future self look like if you didn't learn that lesson? And is that a future that you're okay having?
Okay, so let's break it down a little bit. Say something. I'm thinking, I'm going throughout my day, I'm thinking about something, and a memory with an emotion pops up. How in that moment do I say, is this a lesson or is this something that was just brought to remind me of that fun time? Or how do I resonate with what that emotion and that memory are popping up? I guess maybe that will be more helpful.
Yeah, so when you start to have these thoughts, when these things start to pop up into your mind, what kind of emotion are you feeling? So really start to study your thoughts and your behaviors. So when you think of these memories, is it a bad emotion that you're feeling or is it a good emotion? And then you can learn how to alchemize those behaviors when you really start to study your body and your beliefs.
So if it pops up and it's just like a happy emotion, it's joy, it's not really a lesson, it's just raising your frequency. But if it pops up and it triggers an emotion of kind of what you feel might be a lower density emotion, is that when it might be a good time to go like, oh, okay, maybe this is one of the lessons or something I just need to forgive or look into?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Okay.
emotions are there as your emotions are there as great, it's almost like a compass. When you start to learn your emotions and you start to research your emotions, it's a beautiful guide to show you what you need to work on. So if you can even use your emotions to your power in your own life, because if you're feeling anxious about something in your own life, then you can use that as maybe this is not the best path for me if I'm feeling anxious. So, what path can I create where I no longer feel this anxiety?
Okay. Appreciate that. Now, what dimension do our Sasquatch friends, the collective, like to reside in here on Earth?
There are a few in the 3D. That's why they have been seen before, but for the most part, the fifth dimension.
What is their favorite thing to do throughout their day?
Take care of the earth. I'm seeing this beautiful Sasquatch water plants, and they speak to the plants so kindly because they understand that the plants and the trees and all of Earth is conscious. So they speak to them, they sing to them, they flow with them.
Do they use telepathy or do they use an audible language? How do they communicate?
Yeah, a lot of telepathy. So they're very telepathic, especially with fairies and other elementals.
Love that. Now we have a question about densities and dimensions. Why is there seven densities, but there's 12 dimensions? What's the difference and why do we skip from 3D to 5D? So there's a couple layers in that. So let's start with why is there seven densities but 12 dimensions?
So this could be an hour-long video, and this is actually a video that I've been wanting to put out for a long time. This is absolutely a video that will be put out on my Patreon because the first video will just be going through the 9 dimensions that actually affect this physical reality. Then we'll split up the 7 planes of existence, and then we can talk about how it all comes together and how to use them in our life. But there are infinite dimensions. Just we are personally affected by 9, and then there are 3 outside of the 9 that they can project themselves lower and come and speak to us, and that's why some of us do have 12th dimensional blue avian spirit guides or whale guides or lion guides. But for the most part, we are personally affected by the first 9 dimensions. So the planes of existence, the 7 planes, they're showing me that it is more the density of atoms and how the atoms come together to create the reality. Whereas the dimensions are actual measurements that hold that density in place. So they're two separate things that come together to make our reality.
So is dimension like the box that holds in the density?
Yeah, so they're showing me like for this reality in particular, I always see this reality as a cube, and that's because we're in the third dimension. The cube of dimension holds this reality, and then you have your level of density that your atoms are vibrating at within this cube.
So are the like what they refer to as like Jacob's ladder, the ladder of ascension, would that necessarily each ladder step be each dimension, or would it be each density that you're climbing up for ascension?
They're saying it's different because it's learning how to use both of these creation things that create our reality for your own personal ascension.
Got it. Now, why do we go from 3D to 5D? And I've heard we go from 5D to 7D. Like, why are those even numbers, I guess, left out of the equation?
Yeah, so this again could be an entire video because this is how the dimensions work together. So just I'll try to explain it in a short version, and then we'll definitely have to make a video on this soon. So the nine dimension of the I am, so the ninth dimension is the everything, the all. It's what's holding this entire reality. It's holding the sixth dimension. So the sixth dimension is the archangels, it's the creators. They are using light, they're refracting light to create something completely different. So they manipulate light and refract it to create our reality. So then the sixth dimension, that is what is creating and projecting the third dimension. So we can't get these all these dimensions overlap, but for the most part, you have to go. Okay, so the the fourth is the sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to like do this in short because there's so much.
Yeah.
So if you have your third dimensional reality and you know that the sixth dimension is what is truly creating it on the outside. When you get to the fifth dimension is actually just a conscious awareness. It's actually just you're aware that of oneness. You're aware that you're everything and everyone. You have this awareness of unconditional love. So that's why the third dimension can access the fifth dimension is because technically it's just this beautiful awareness that we are everyone and everything. And then the fourth dimension is the astral realm. It's our emotions. So we're also in the fourth dimension right now because we all feel emotions and we can all connect with the astral realm.
That was a beautiful way to summarize that. So you did a beautiful job navigating that. I just want to congratulate you and say kudos. I know that was a hard one to get all that download and like take a small excerpt, like the TikTok version of that huge download that you just got.
When they went from the 963, I was like, wait, but where's the five? So that was beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, no, you did beautifully. And thank you for the collective for helping us with that.
Yeah, we have to make a whole video on that because I think
Okay.
in the nine dimensions and how to use them in our life is really important.
Absolutely. Now, what does the Sasquatch Collective, what do they think about the commercials using them and like people using them as spoof, I guess, of a comic or not really honoring, embracing the true nature of who they are?
It's like they're looking from the outside in, and they're just pure observers of love. So they don't have any thoughts on it. They just have so much love, and they they don't mind it because they're showing me the polarity of it, that we have to be pulled away from their truest nature so that we can fully see what their true nature is. So it's almost like a way to help us wake up. It's we very are trying to portray the Sasquatch as negative or scary, or you hear about like the Bigfoot myths and things like that. But when people start seeing the Sasquatch, which they will very soon, and there's more communication, and people start to see how loving and kind they are, then they're going to wonder, why have they been portrayed this way? Same with extraterrestrials.
Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Same with your neighbor. We portray our neighbor even the same perception. So it'll be nice for us all to see the true nature of everyone's core and their value and what they have brought to our reality in such a positive way. And I think that's beautiful. Now, what I know that the um, collective has experienced inner earth. Now we have a question about inner earth and its gravity, or just does it have the same rules and the same properties of how it operates? Inner earth, does it have gravity down there?
Yes.
What more can you tell us about that?
I'm just getting pictures of these beautiful caves of it just feels so much more peaceful. A lot of people There are only few people that have came back from inner earth, because a lot of people, when they go to inner earth and they experience it, they don't want to come back because it's much more peaceful.
So I've always thought about this about the space. I think of how vast the earth is, and when you get to the core, you're going to have less surface area to walk around and to experience inner earth. Now, does gravity flip? Are they walking on what we would perceive as the ground? Is it very David Bowie labyrinth style, where they can just, or is there a huge area that they have to live among?
There are a lot of tunnels, and it's also they're showing me the ancient Mayan scripture where you have different levels of the underworld. So the levels of the underworld represent the gates to higher dimensions, but they also um, represent different layers of inner earth. So there's layers to inner earth, and then there's also different tunnel systems and things like that. And for the gravity, they're showing me it's still the same. You're still being pulled down to the core of earth. So gravity still feels the same. They're just saying, since there's more gravity, time feels a little bit different.
Is there more gravity because you're closest to the Earth's magnetic core?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Working with the moon and what we understood in that recent traveling there for sessions. Is it possible to physically leave the Earth using oceans?
Yes, there are portals under the ocean.
So the deeper you get, does it change dimensions in the ocean, or is it that there is a portal to take you to a different dimension within the ocean?
So all of the dimensions are held within each other. So it's not that there's a different dimension at the bottom of the ocean, it's that there are different stargates and portals, and there's different energetic lines of your earth that meet to create different stargates in specific places. So if you pull out an energetic grid of earth and you look at your oceans, most likely where the points come together, there's some kind of portal underneath the ocean right there.
Okay. Another question about dreams. Now, when you have dreams that involves using a phone, um, the person struggles to see the screen and actually use the phone. And I've actually heard this about time too. You can't, if you're not astral projecting, you can't see clock or time. Most of the time, when this person wakes up, their phone is misplaced. What can you tell us about why in the dream world? There you go. Sorry, that becomes something that happens.
Because you are projecting yourself into different timelines. So you're projecting yourself into a different timeline where the things on your phone may be either different or projections where your phone works differently, or they're saying it also personally could just be a sign to take a break from your phone,
Mm.
to that it's not even important what's in your phone. So maybe use that as a sign to take a few day break from your phone.
I love when our guides are kind of really literal with us, and we were like, "Well, what's the deeper meaning?" And they're like, "It just it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what's in your phone. That's the deep meaning." I love it. Um, can the Sasquatch kind of look onto timelines and kind of see some of the future timelines and or feel into the energy of the future timelines of what we would perceive?
Absolutely. And that's why every being on earth is so calm and so peaceful and so beautiful. And even humans that can see into the future, they have found this beautiful balance. The ones that hold this intention of love is because we've seen the future. We know the future. We've seen the timeline of the earth. It's okay to come into balance and relax and enjoy the ride, and to just enjoy that you're even a part of this earth experience right now, because even if things feel chaotic, you are so protected just by making the choice to be here on the planet right now.
I love that from you guys and appreciate you guys so much. And I really can't wait for us all to be able to give you guys a big old hug and just embrace each other. Um, so, we had a question about dreams as well, but a dream where they noticed they were in a dream. So, they decided to fly. And when they got 300 feet in the air, they snapped out of it and woke up. Why was that significant? I mean, I've never been in a dream within a dream, so what can you tell us about that?
To practice lucid dreaming. So this person absolutely can lucid dream. So when you have those experiences, make the conscious choice to continue flying. Start working with your conscious mind and look into different YouTube videos or just look into lucid dreaming, because you can become consciously aware in your dreams. So, usually when you're flying in your dreams, it means that you are either developing spiritually or you're overcoming something in your life. You have some kind of new freedom in your life. So, for you, they're saying you easily could lucid dream, and that this can really give you freedom in your dreams.
That's exciting. I mean, to be able to access that, which a lot of people put so much time into being able to do. So that's actually a really exciting thing to hear. The Sasquatch, do they have any messages finally for us and anything they want to share? I mean, I really feel like um, you guys are amazing keepers of this earth. And you guys have kind of gotten a little bit of a bad rap as to who you are and if you even exist. And I just want to give you the floor to be able to share what message you'd like to share.
They just said, really take time for nature. If you feel your thoughts racing or you feel some of those emotions you don't want to be feeling, use nature because nature, there's just a harmonic balance with nature that is so beautiful. And we are nature, we are the elements. And that's why we can connect so easily with the elementals and with the Sasquatch. And so just find a place where you can really connect to nature and just really take in the beauty of nature.
Well, my next outing to Yosemite, I'm going to go meditate and see if I can make connection with you guys. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything. And the fairies that just brought that energy of just excitement and joy. We appreciate all the elementals that joined us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you for stepping in and doing that today. And yeah, appreciate you guys so much. We're going to place in the link, the Patreon link. And like I said, go check it out. Go, see what, try it out. See if it resonates with you. We will be moving a majority of our platform over there. And so it will be beautiful. We're excited. We are still going to do some videos on YouTube, but it's going to change a little bit and look a little different. So we're excited that we were able to join with you guys today or whenever you guys were able to re listen to this video. Do you have anything else to add, Sarah?
No, just I'm so excited to take this journey with you guys. I'm really excited to help you guys grow and develop spiritually. And I think this would be such a beautiful choice for yourself, for your own spiritual development.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you guys so much for coming in today, all of your beautiful questions, and everyone that just helped create this moment.
Yes, we're sending everybody so much love and thank you for all of your support. We truly appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you later. See you Friday.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. So Friday we will be live from my channel. We will be channeling the Octurians for you guys, or we'll see maybe if somebody else wants to come in since we did them on Monday. But we will be live to support our Patreon 3 times this week. So we will see you guys same time on Friday. Thank
Absolutely. See you guys then.
you.
Bye.
Bye.